Alright, just trying to get a thumbnail. Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Your boy Next Level back with another video. Today we're doing a vinyl record collection. You know, I'm just showing off my vinyl record collection. This is gonna be one of my favorite series, selection of videos that I'm gonna release for y'all. It's basically going through my vinyl collection. Now, first things first, to keep it 100%, if we really sat down and looked at my entire vinyl collection, we'd be here for hours and hours on end. I do have a lot of fucking wax in this shit. I got plenty of stacks. I probably got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have about 9 crates of vinyl. Now, we're only gonna be focusing, at least on this series, we're only gonna be focusing on one crate in particular. I'll go ahead and flash a picture on the screen of what that crate is. I call it the black crate. Now, what's in the black crate, you might ask? You seem very intrigued, huh? What's in this black crate is some of my new arrivals, some of my favorite albums of all time, some of the shit that I listen to on the daily. You know, I'm not one of these people that has a bunch of records and don't do anything with them. All of these albums I listen to pretty much religiously, some more than others. I mean, this is just shit I listen to on the day at this point. I really enjoy the vinyl sound compared to digital, CD, and all this other stuff. It's just something that I prefer. It sounds a lot more raw. It sounds a lot more natural and a lot more real. Personally, I can hear different sounds. Like if I listen to a song on digital and then I go and listen to it on vinyl, I can hear more sounds on vinyl. I don't know if that's just me. For any of my vinyl junkies out there, let me know if that's just me or not. Sonically, like, I swear it like opens up, I guess it being on wax and everything, more of kind of like range for what you actually hear, and the small little sounds and everything, you can kind of tell more details for wax, in my personal opinion. It's crazy how vinyls work, honestly. It's kind of like fucking magic. This is gonna be a part 1. If I were to put all this in the same video, it would be a long ass video, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. I don't even want to waste time talking too much. So welcome to part 1 of my vinyl collection. Start off with this one right here, Los Angeles by Blue and Evidence, one of the best hip-hop albums of 2024. Super underground shit. If you don't know Blue, he is an underground rapper. He's been in the game for a long ass time. He dropped a fucking banger with another producer named Exile back in 07, Below the Heavens. This right here, Los Angeles, fully produced by one of my favorite producers, Evidence, and this is just an all-time fucking classic, man. This might be my favorite drop of 2024. If you haven't listened to this album and you're into hip-hop and everything, I recommend you go listen to this. One thing about this album is, obviously it's centered around the city of Los Angeles. I've never been to Los Angeles. It's on my list to go. I've actually never been out west, because this album, when you listen to it, it sounds like you literally go somewhere, like you take a trip to Los Angeles. I'm guessing this is what it feels like when you listen to it. Blue and Evidence kind of said that it was kind of like a love letter to Los Angeles, and you can definitely hear that love type of feel, like a postcard type of feel. Evidence is a photographer too, so all of the art, like on the front and also on the back, as well as the pictures that are included with the vinyl, I'll show it to you very soon, is fully photographed. I said photography, what the fuck am I on? Is fully photographed by Evidence himself. Blue, he's always had a very good lyrical essence on a track. One thing I've noticed about Blue, and this is why I actually like him as a rapper, is you can hear like his voice and everything. You can understand what he's saying. He has a type of clearance to his voice. And that's something I really love about his style and everything. He's super OG. Throughout this whole thing, is non-stop fucking lyrical rapping, bro. He's telling you a story of where he came from, and Evidence is kind of telling you a story of where he came from as well. On the back, as you see right here, you have a picture of Blue walking somewhere. I don't know where this is in LA. I feel like I just want to fucking visit LA every time I listen to this album. It's somewhere that's been on my list for a minute, but maybe at the end of this year, maybe for my birthday or some shit. 12 tracks straight. This isn't gonna be a full-blown album review. Just go listen to the fucking album. If y'all want me to start doing reactions and reviews to albums, just let me know, bro, because this shit is my whole fucking life. My favorite track on this right here is gotta be Lights at Night. Track 11. Wow, bro, that song is really amazing. All the features on this album, it's just a fucking star-studded performance. And like I said about the whole postcard feel to it, upon opening it up, you get this right here, a Los Angeles postcard. Super on par with the sound of the album. It really feels like a postcard and like a love letter to their city. Now, this is actually included into the album too. We got a nice little picturette, put some little pictures produced by Evidence, and you know, it's super genuine stuff, man. I could tell they really love the process of making this. This is another picture book that came in the album. Evidence is a very good photographer. I can tell he knows what he's doing. I'm very grateful to get this, because this shit went quick. This is a clear record. I was not expecting to get this, but I'm glad I did. And it sounds fucking raw as shit. This is my first ever clear vinyl. Los Angeles by Blue and Evidence. Grateful to have it on vinyl. Let's go ahead and head on to the next. Next record, Pulp Fiction soundtrack on vinyl. Shout out Quentin Tarantino. Shout out Uma Thurman, a fucking absolute baddie on the fucking front of this goddamn. Man, this soundtrack, it literally sounds like you're listening to the movie on vinyl. They do chop up some of the best scenes in here and put it throughout the whole entire record. This is my favorite movie of all time. When I first saw this movie, it didn't really even make sense to me. I watched it like plenty of fucking times at this point. And personally, I think there is a deeper meaning to the movie. And like I said, I'm not here to review any movies or review any actual, like, do a full-blown fucking soundtrack or album review. I'm just here to showcase. This is just a black vinyl. I don't think it has anything, any like art, just a black vinyl, you know. Nice little middle, I don't know what they call it, a middle piece of the vinyl, like a little circle shit, little color scheme, the gray and the red. Pulp Fiction soundtrack on vinyl. The songs on this soundtrack, they are actually good songs. Like, obviously Quentin Tarantino, this was full-blown like his taste and everything. Bro, he has some good taste, man. They got absolute classics on here. But they have one of my favorite scenes, the personality goes a long way scene. Here's what the back looks like. I'm gonna kind of bit. The back is super cool. It's like a mosaic, like compilation of some of the scenes mixed with like edited, like colorful versions of some still shots of the actual movie. I mean, you can see right here, 1994 Cannes Festival fucking approved type shit. My favorite song on this actual record, it's gotta be Let's Stay Together, at least on this record. All the sounds on this vinyl, it just sounds so Pulp Fiction. So being able to hear this shit on vinyl, it sounds just ridiculously clean, and it kind of puts you in that scene of where the song was playing. Yeah, man, if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, go check it out. It's a fucking crazy movie, crazy soundtrack as well. Shout out Pulp Fiction. I don't even remember where I got this from. Oh, I do remember. I actually got this from Repo Records in Philadelphia. Absolute classic. Shout out Repo Records in Philadelphia. I'll never fucking forget you. Pulp Fiction soundtrack on vinyl. Let's go to the next one. This right here, obviously, Astroworld, Travis Scott. I remember when this album originally dropped, I was a senior in high school and I was so hyped for the album. It actually met all of my expectations. It was something I replayed over and over again when it came out. Amazing sound on here. Stargazing, which is the opener of this album. It might be one of my favorites on the actual vinyl sound because of how fucking, like, it sounds like you're in the studio. I guess the way the actual song was mixed, it sounds almost like a 3D audio type of thing on vinyl. I've always loved the cover of this. The back is super cool, bitch with braces, and I guess it fits Astroworld. Got Astroworld printed at the bottom right here. Track list right here. I remember he released the track list by dropping this picture. I remember seeing that shit on my Instagram and Twitter and everything, and I was so hyped back in 2018. You know, this is a 2-disc set because there is quite a bit of songs on this album. We have just kind of like a darker edition. I guess this was like the deluxe. You got the yacht right there. You kind of got the rodeo figure right here from Travis Scott. My favorite track on this album, or at least on this record, I feel like there's a difference between favorite track on an album versus your favorite track on a record. Obviously, your favorite track on the album is gonna stay the same regardless of if you listen to it on wax and CD. But there are some specific songs that sound like so fucking good on wax. One thing I realized on wax for this actual album, like, this art is just amazing. Shout out David LaChapelle. He did the photography and everything for this album. It came out super smooth. Travis has always had pretty good taste as far as like aesthetic stuff and pictures, and I'd probably say my favorite track on this record, I like to say Stop Trying to Be God. Being able to hear Stop Trying to Be God on vinyl actually made me appreciate the actual song more. I know Stevie Wonder was on there. I think there was a feature from somebody else. The runner-up is probably going to be 5% Tint, just because that shit is so hard, and the sample on that song is just fucking crack. One thing about vinyl I've realized, the bass on vinyl specifically, it's absolutely ridiculous. But this was like a little thank you note that Travis wrote right here. You can pause it and see what it says and shit. Shout out Astroworld. This is a memorable album for me because that was when I became a senior in high school and shit. It brings a lot of memories, so to have that on vinyl, it was something I was very proud of. I remember I got this at FYE one time. I randomly saw it and just decided to fucking cop it. It was kind of like a must cop type of thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. My actual music taste is super broad. I like to listen to a lot of different shit. This right here, Amy Winehouse. Shout out Amy Winehouse. Shout out 27 Club. This was actually performed May 27th, 2007 or 2007. Amy Winehouse, Shepherd's Bush Empire. This is by far the best live record that I have. This shit literally sounds like you're sitting in the crowd and you're listening to this shit. It sounds that fucking for real. And I've listened to the digital version of this, and it sounds so fucking different. Like, not in a bad way or anything, but I prefer obviously to listen to it on wax because it sounds like you're literally right there and you're just fucking in the crowd just listening to her perform, man. It's like butter. It sounds so formless at the same time as well. By far the favorite track on this record is Cherry. Third track on the first side, an absolute fucking masterclass. Amy Winehouse, man, she was one of the best singers of all time in my personal opinion. Go listen to it, go listen to her, you'll see. It's just fucking amazing. She's beautiful, she has a beautiful voice, you know, man. It's just some cool ass shit to get this on vinyl. Any live record on vinyl, it just sounds like fucking butter. It sounds like you're literally sitting there just fucking like actually in the crowd listening to it. Maybe I could be fucking glazing or hyping all the vinyl stuff up, but if you're into vinyl and shit, you know there's a fucking major difference between vinyl and all the other ways you can listen to music. A very solid project from start to finish. Live albums, I actually never used to be into live albums. I kind of got into live albums over time. It took me a while to get into live albums. Yeah, Amy Winehouse, Shepherd's Bush Empire, May 27th, 2007, an absolute fucking banger. Oh yeah, and I forgot, so I actually got this at an old record store I used to go to, and I requested to get it, and I didn't even think they would even be able to get it. Like, apparently, at least for me, it seems like this is a rare record. I requested to have this record because I walked into the record store and it was playing, I think Valerie was playing off the same record, and I was like, look, is there any way I can get this like on record? Like, can I buy this from you? And he was like, no, like, this is one of my favorite records. It sounds so good, I'm not gonna sell it. And you know, he said if I ever get it in, you know, I'll hit you up about it. And I got hit up one day, I walked in and I fucking grabbed it. So hey, shout out to him, shout out to this, shout out to Amy. We're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one. Speaking of live albums, we got another absolute classic. A lot of people are familiar with this. Unplugged, New York, Nirvana. This shit sounds fucking amazing. One thing about this record is, well, first things first, my favorite track off of this is gotta be The Man Who Saved the World. It's track 4 off of the first side of it. I actually love listening to this album before I even got it on wax. So when I saw it on wax, I just went ahead and copped it. I think I copped this from, it was either FYE or Barnes & Noble. It's a little picture type of thing that comes within like the actual record. You see basically them performing live, kind of black and white aesthetics. You see, you know, you got a little cool little Kurt Cobain pick, very good live recording, of course on vinyl. And once again, it sounds like you're just sitting there listening to this. Something super clean. One thing I love about this record is the color of this record. This is my first, I think this is my first ever colored vinyl that I got. A nice purple color for the record, man. Like, wow, like, look at that. Damn, man, I love this. I love this color purple. No Whoopi Goldberg. The Man Who Saved the World, that's the song I've always been addicted to. I remember when I first fucking put this shit on the deck and listened to it, I immediately skipped to that song and listened to it like right out the fucking box, bro. Like right out the gate, like I had to listen to it. Probably the runner-up one here is probably gonna be About a Girl, Nirvana Unplugged, New York, you know, the MTV fucking stamp. Next up, we have actual, it was the last Christmas that just passed. My parents gave me this. This is actually one of the best gifts I've ever got from them personally, because this is the definition of what butter sounds like. Like, if you could literally put butter in a pan, put your earbuds in and connect it and to hear what it sounds like, this shit is what it fucking sounds like. The best of Earth, Wind & Fire Volume 1, man. Damn, bro. I think I remember my dad used to have this actual like record on like CD or whatever. I used to always listen to Earth, Wind & Fire all the time we were going on vacations and everything. He used to start off by, you know, putting on Let's Groove in September and everything. I might fuck around and listen to this after I record this fucking video, bro. This is one of my favorite fucking records I have. This is top 5. This has got to be top 5. This shit actually sounds so clean to me. This is just a regular black vinyl. It comes with a little picture part, lets you know about each song, gives you the lyrics to each song as well. I always love how vinyls do that. Within here we got this cool, super cool printout of you know, Earth, Wind & Fire, and just various pictures of them recording and everything. Is literally the best of Earth, Wind & Fire, so they had to include a picture or a printout of the best of Earth, Wind & Fire, man. Damn, bro, this shit is so fire. My favorite track on this record has got to be Reasons. Dude, like, I'm telling you, that might be the cleanest track that I have, a part of like my record collection and everything. And I remember the first time I heard this record, when I first listened to it, I had to listen to it like 2 more times. Me listening to it on Christmas, you know, the Christmas morning, get this shit unboxed. Parents gave it to me, put it on the fucking turntable, immediately listened to the record full vinyl, and I stopped it midway at Reasons so I could listen to it like 5 different times. All right, so next we got some new metal right here. One of the greatest new metal albums of all time. Deftones, Around the Fur. Dude, you're talking about an absolute fucking masterclass of an album. Metal album, this shit is fire. Shout out to the chick on the front, man. And shout out to the toes right there. That shit kind of like crazy. Deftones, Around the Fur. Shout out Chino Moreno. Amazing vocals mixed with that hard fucking metal sound. I love new metal specifically a lot, so I'm very grateful to get this on vinyl. My favorite song off of this is probably Head Up. Head Up or Around the Fur is very good too, but I would definitely say Head Up is my favorite off this record and off this album in general. One thing I've realized about new metal albums on vinyl, they still have a super hard like sound, obviously because it's metal, but it also for some reason it sounds like cleaner and it sounds softer and it's more easier to process on my ear. Not to say that it's too fucking hard or whatever through whatever like digital or CD or whatever. Vinyl specifically mixed with new metal is easier for me to actually like process. Like I can put this shit full blast and it'll sound like I'm listening to fucking classical music. You got a cool little back part. It lets you know about the lyrics of everything, and it has a big ass Deftones thing right here. Very cool stuff. We got more photographs of the band. This is what I fucking love about like vinyls, bro. Like they include some of the best art ever. Photos of the band. We're gonna try and focus that in a little bit, you know. Just random pictures mixed in with that as well. Just super cool stuff they decided to include with the record. I really appreciate that. It gives more meaning, more sentiment to whatever you're listening to. Shout out Deftones, Around the Fur. Grateful to have it on wax. I picked this up from Barnes & Noble. Some of the shit that I really love, I walk into Barnes & Nobles, bro, and they'll have fucking everything. If you're looking to get into record collections and starting to stack up some of your favorite albums of all time, bro, I'm telling you, Barnes & Noble is a motherfucking place to go. They have so much shit there, like for real. Next, this is very fitting, given the fact that he is one of the most talked about artists, especially in recent news and shit. We got GNX by Kendrick Lamar. I actually thought this was gonna take forever to come. They said it was gonna arrive. I guess they always give like the latest ETA for vinyl because it does take some time to ship out from certain places. This came very quick. They estimated it. The estimate arrival was April 7th. Yeah, it came the week before Super Bowl. It literally came like 3 days before his Super Bowl performance. I'm sure he coordinated that on purpose. On the backs, we got the GNX car right here, the GNX whip. My favorite track off this record, Luther, or honestly my favorite track is Heart Part 6. Just an absolute masterclass of a hip-hop performance from Kendrick Lamar, of course. We got him, you know, posing in front of the GNX, and you got the other part of the GNX right here. On the bottom you got some lyrics in very extremely small print. And one thing I loved about this record, I don't even think I planned on getting the white. This white, it looks so fucking solid. Like look, they got the motherfucking rim right there, bro. Oh my god, like, this shit is so clean, for real. This shit is so clean, bro. This is my first ever white vinyl. To be able to fucking ship the vinyl out super quick, like I thought I was gonna wait fucking forever. Sometimes I've bought records and it's taken like fucking months. I remember there's a record I caught in October and it still hasn't even shipped out. It's from a whole nother artist and shit. GNX, Kendrick Lamar on wax. Proud to have this. Let's go ahead and go into the last record of this. Now this record is my favorite record of all time. Earlier in the video I mentioned Pulp Fiction and how I got that in Philadelphia at a place called Repo Records. One of the greatest record stores you can ever go to, especially if you're in Philly. If you're ever in Philly and you go by Repo Records, you're gonna find some of your favorite albums there. Like I'm pretty sure it's a common thing. This right here, man. This, first things first, this is my favorite album of all time. J Dilla, Donuts, dropped in 06. It dropped, so he actually dropped this on his birthday, February 7th, 2006. 3 days later, he unfortunately passed away. First things first, my favorite song on this record it's gotta be Don't Cry. Anti-American Graffiti is very good, but Stop and Tom Donut the Heart, those two specifically sound absolutely fucking insane on here. Like trying to pick one song off of this out of the 30 song track lineup, it's insane. 45-minute runtime. If you've never heard this album, you just need to fucking stop this video. Like you can click off this fucking video right now and go listen to that shit. This might be the best beat tape, best instrumental project of all time. Obviously I'm speaking from bias. Produced fully by J Dilla. Now there was plenty of speculations of if he did do the whole album on his deathbed. I really really don't know. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of speculation and a lot of theories. For that to be one of the theories is super badass. Rest in peace. J Dilla is one of my favorite producers of all time. When I got into him and when I first listened to this album, it was just too much to take in. If you do sit down and do a first listen of J Dilla Donuts, dude, it's gonna sound fucking insane. It's gonna sound ridiculous, bro. Like, I wish I could listen to this album for the first time. Of course, we got a 2-wax set on here because I mean it's 30 tracks, so obviously you don't expect 30 tracks to be on one fucking vinyl. This is this classic black right here. I like this middle part of the vinyl. It has some like donut type of feel to it. Donuts are actually some of my favorite stuff like to eat too. I'm actually on a diet, so being able to listen to donuts as opposed to eat it, that helps me feel better. Definitely, just the way it sounds. Fucking Stone Sour Records, J Dilla. Shout out to everybody that fucking pushed this shit out, man. And just because I think when this shit first came out, J Dilla was so casual about this. Like, he was like, it's just a beat tape. His team and his friends listened to it and he was like, nah, bro, this is more than a motherfucking beat tape, dog. This is a fucking revolutionary, full-blown album, bro. We gotta drop this shit. I'm super grateful to get this on wax. Being able to have your favorite album of all time on wax, it's a totally different feeling than just being able to have it accessible for you to go ahead and download on Apple Music, any type of physical media, man. And on the back, some cool little art. Dilla right there. I think he did produce this in LA. Just being able to have all wax in general is fucking everything to me, man. This album means everything to me. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it once again. This was one of the albums that inspired my sound forever. J Dilla Donuts. Appreciate you for watching. I know this is probably a little bit longer video, but I appreciate you for watching, man. And I hope y'all keep on, you know, supporting me with this YouTube shit. If you have a fucking dream or a passion you're trying to go into, right now is the perfect time, man. Like, everything in the world is changing, evolving, and everything is always evolving. We always have to keep in our head our fucking main goal and our main passion of why we do the shit that we do. I hope y'all fucking enjoyed this fucking record collection, show off video, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your fucking day, great morning, great night, great evening, whatever, what time it is for you. Please make sure you do a like, subscribe, comment, do all that YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it, and that's really about it. I appreciate your time today, and Next Level for Life is out. Peace.